Where is the... Okay, there's us. Ah, no! I knew he was gonna hit me. When I missed that shot, I knew I was a goner. And there Dixon is explaining about that mod with TF2 versus aliens. It was a Half-Life with 9 class in the same way that TF2 is. Ah, so it was a Half-Life mod. Very interesting, very interesting. I used to play a lot of mods like that back in the day. It was a lot of fun, you know. One of the things I liked to do when I was younger was to browse. Ah, I got you there, Mr. Sniper. Okay, okay. Ah, come on, paracetamol. I missed that shot. But yeah, I used to like to browse the web for Half-Life mods. Because I had a copy of Half-Life, and there are a bunch of single-player campaign mods for Half-Life. And it was great to browse those, you know. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. Kind of like there were a bunch of free games for me to play, you know. Because, you know, being a teenager in Brazil, video games, I was privileged to have a lot of access to video games, more than most people actually. But even so, video games were never very accessible around here, especially PC games. So being able to download single-player mod campaigns to kind of like give a longer life to my Half-Life copy was a pretty good thing, you know. It helped me a lot. Okay, where is the enemy team? I think there's someone pursuing that demo. Okay, that's scouts from my team. People are down there. Okay, and we have a soldier up there. Let's see if I can shoot him. Come on. Ah, missed the shot. I feel like whenever I keep holding my position for a long time, there's a higher chance I will miss. Maybe I should just scope and shoot. I think that's a better habit. Because I will take more shots, and then I'll probably hit more shots as well, you know. Let's try to do this. Okay, that scout's gonna come around here. Come on. And he's healing because he's their... Ah! Their team leader. Yeah, I had no chance there. You see, Petra is almost full health there. So yeah. A mustache saying there, piracy helped Brazilians to download or buy games back in the day, but it was not so ethical. Yeah, you know, piracy is kind of a touchy topic. I myself I'm not really a fan of it, but I understand it, and I'm not like... I don't condemn, really, people who resort to pirated software in video games, you know. But I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, back in the day, we only had access to pirate stuff, really. It was very hard to come about an original video game here in Brazil, an original copy. Even when there was... the companies were... What are you doing, Dark Knight? No, it's not Dark Knight, it is Minctory. I think this one is Minctory, let's see. Yeah, it was Minctory. Trying to be friendly. But even when companies were officially making business in Brazil, the original copies of their products were very expensive. I remember I had as a child a Mega Drive, a Sega Genesis, and my parents bought to me a couple of original Sega Genesis games, but none of my friends could afford that sort of stuff, so I was kind of like the only one at school who had the box and the manual for the games, because the pirated games didn't come with manuals. So sometimes there were some gameplay mechanics or rules for the game that were explained only in the manual, and my friends were kind of like surprised to know they existed and they worked like that, you know, because they didn't know about them, they didn't have the manuals. So yeah. But the Half-Life mods aren't actually piracy, you know. It was actually community mods that people made and released on the web for free. if you look for that sort of stuff nowadays, I think you can still find it, you know, some Half-Life mods for the Gold Source engine. And you can download them for free because they are developed by the community. They are not like commercial products or anything. So that's what I'm talking about, actually. To this day I have that copy of Half-Life, of the first Half-Life. It was kind of like a collection that came bundled with the original Half-Life, Opposing Force, Blue Shift, and Counter-Strike 1.5. And I played that a lot, you know, it was a lot of fun. It was actually kind of sad because it was one of those bundles that were sold officially, but they were not compatible with Steam. So I remember I was very frustrated when I wanted to register my serial key on Steam to be able to play Counter-Strike online with other people on Steam, but I could not do that because at the time only like some copies, I think some that were sold directly from Valve were compatible with Steam. You could register the serial key. You know, do you even know, fellas, what is a CD key, a serial key? Because nowadays we don't have that with games anymore. You know, you just buy the digital game and that's it. And you make an account on the company's market store, you know, website, stuff like that, and then you play it. But back in the day, when you bought a physical video game, it came with a number, kind of like a password. I got you there, Leo. Your Halloween effect gave away your position. But as I was saying, video games used to come with kind of like a password, a number key that you had to type in when you installed the game to be able to play online features or to unlock some features that were restricted. You know, that was kind of like their way of trying to fight back piracy. Didn't really work because there were serial key and CD key generators that allowed you to unlock those features. But usually the multiplayer part of games was locked behind that. And because you had to authenticate with an official server to... I missed that shot. To be able to play multiplayer, the CD key method still worked, you know, to block pirated copies. But what really disappointed me is that I had an original copy of Counter-Strike, but I could not register it on Steam because it was not the right version, or it was not a bundle that was officially sold by Valve. I think it was by another company. I don't really remember. But I maybe someday I can get it and check and show you fellas the box of the CDs. Nowadays I have Counter-Strike and Half-Life and all of that on Steam, but I had to bought it again on a sale on Steam. So that was kind of a bummer. Ah, finally got a headshot. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'll check chat in just a sec, fellas. Just that I think I'm on a roll here, and I don't want to lose it. Do I have any bottles? I have one bottle. Let me jump down there. The alien's gonna appear, and let's deliver one bottle here. Okay. Didn't do that. I think I haven't delivered a single bottle this whole match, so that was the first one. Let's help out the team. Let's do this.